Hello everybody and welcome. It is a wonderfully dreary and not hot Sunday morning in South Florida. So we decided what better way to go and enjoy this weather than to go to Morikami Museum and Japanese Gardens. And if you don't know why we're picking today of all days, it's because most of it is outdoors, and in South Florida it is very, very hot. But it is a Japanese museum and garden in Delray Beach, and I've been a few times. Ashley has never gone, so I'm really excited to go with her for the first time. And we've always wanted to go, and we just never get around to it. So we made it a point today. We're gonna go, we're gonna check it out, see everything that they have, maybe grab some food over there, and see what the land has in store for us today. Now, it is a little bit of a drive. We live about 40 minutes away from it, so we are spending a little bit of time on the turnpike. We always love a good turnpike road trip. All right, so after a quick 40-minute jaunt over to Delray Beach, we have made it to the Morikami Museum and Japanese Gardens, and we're greeted by this lovely facade. Now, if you've never heard of the gardens or the history before, just like a quick brief walkthrough, essentially it was started by the son of a farmer who had migrated from Japan to America, specifically what became Boca Raton, to help start the Yamato colony in North America. Eventually, around the 1960s, he had amassed about 200 acres of farmland, which he then donated to Palm Beach County, which became this. Just like every museum, they do have a rotating selection of different exhibits and stuff that you can come and see. And right now they're doing a buoyant sculptures exhibit in the museum. All right, we are in. We got our admissions, we got our wristband, and we have our park map. And here's one of the main theaters that they have a rotating show. But this is the main entrance area. And on the other side of that glass is the gardens. And there's some more exhibits and stuff, including the tea house, which I'll show you later, and then the gift shop over there as well. And on the back side of the map does have every single display listed as well with the corresponding number. And like I mentioned earlier, just like a regular museum, they have rotating events and different exhibits. But here they also have separate ticketed events, such as the Bond Festival around August. But here they have the Taste of Asia, which is going to be, I guess, their version of like a food and wine festival. And tickets start around $300 per person. Now over here is the Cornell Cafe. I don't think I've ever actually eaten here before, and I think today will probably be the first time. It's such a nice view, especially now that the weather's not bad. I mean, in the summer months, it gets really bad here. Now, I know I mentioned that this is Ashley's first time here, and this is, I don't know how many times I've come here, but it was so funny. I used to come here all the time because around here is the only place that they had a Sonic in South Florida. So I used to drive up with a bunch of friends and we would spend the day at Morikami and go get Sonic. Now there's Sonic everywhere, so I kind of stopped coming, but I'm always like in awe just how peaceful and beautiful this place is. And now when you come out, you are greeted by this massive lake. And we're gonna begin all the way to the right first, hit that bridge up and make our way around. Now, much like many other parks around the area, if you have a membership here, it's like usually an annual fee, you actually come in for free, which would be a pretty nice place to do some exercise. Now our first stop is gonna be the Chai no Wa Wisdom Ring. And it's a replica of a 500-year-old stone lantern that became a symbol of Miyazu, Delray Beach's sister city in Japan. And the original wisdom ring stands at a temple dedicated to the Buddhist city of wisdom, Manju. Some people even leave coins there in the middle of the ring. Well, there isn't a lot of wildlife per se, but every now and then you will see a turtle.
There was one swimming down here.
There's one swimming where?
It went down, but it should be coming up in a second now.
I know there's some places that you can actually feed the turtles and the fish.
Oh, I want to feed a turtle.
Look at this big chongus. This bridge that we're on is the James and Hazel Gates Woodruff Memorial Bridge, and it was erected in memory of Mrs. Woodruff, a lover of Japanese gardens, by her husband, a U.S. naval commander and Pearl Harbor veteran. Now they say here that this bridge is a link between Japan and Florida. They have a lot of like numbered and named and descriptive paths, but there are also a couple of like off the beaten path areas that you can just kind of sit and relax and take it all in. I love these trees that look so similar to like bonsai. There's something about the way that they're structured I have like a thing for miniatures. And this is the Shinden Garden, and it's a really nice like sweeping view of all of the gardens. I love this wooden path here. My one tip, other than coming when it's like nice and cool and cloudy, is to wear sneakers. Ashley's wearing sandals right now, and she keeps getting rocks stuck in her feet, and it's not fun. If you see it way over yonder, that house over there has a really, really cool museum in it, and I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but it's got some pretty dope exhibits. All the bridges you see throughout the park are donated or made in memoriam to people and former members and donors. Oh, we are fast approaching my favorite spot here, which is the bamboo grove. I'm gonna turn my microphone off, and now we can just enjoy the sounds of the swaying bamboo. Now really quickly, I did want to observe here all of these carvings on all the bamboo, and then they had to place this sign here, and I hope that stopped people from doing it. All right, we're entering the bamboo grove now. Sorry to ruin your peaceful moment, but we gotta get back on track. Ooh, that's a heavy one. And it seems like this part of it is just a nice peaceful walk up until we get to our next little garden exhibit. I love this area. It's so spooky. It also reminds me of that one area in Central Park. This is nice. I love the overarching branches, and it's purposeful too. If you look up here, you can see that they are tied together, and they've just grown this way. And there's nothing holding these things together except rope. And even these trees held together. And we have officially entered paradise. Oh, there's little tiny fish. You probably can't see them, but look at them, they're so tiny. Something about Morikami. In Florida, we don't really see the seasons change that much. But I feel like this is the one spot that you can actually probably enjoy that. In the middle of the Paradise Gardens, this shrine structure here, and I wish I knew the name of it, but I can't for the life of me remember what those are called. There's this massive rock here. Ashley says it looks like a hippo. I think it looks more like a rhino. Or like we usually say, kind of looks a little like Gizmo. Look, a butterfly. I wonder if I'm even capturing it.
Nope.
Oh, there it is, it's gone over there. I love these. And I just read here they're called deer chasers. And what they do is the swinging bamboo arm collects water. Once it's filled, it strikes a rock and it scares off animals. But I'll always remember it for Kill Bill with the fight with Oranishi. Oh, here we go. Oh, no. Almost. It's coming. Slowly but surely it'll go down. It's stuck, but it's going, like moving ever so slowly. Here we go, here we go. It's going, it's going. It's going, it's going, it's going. There we go. And yeah. All right, now one more without my commentary. This is the early rock garden, which was inspired by a Chinese landscape painting where the ink depicts water cascading from different peaks into the sea or lake. So I guess I could see it. Like this different colored rock over here is like the waves cascading in, and then there you have like your bigger lake over there. And I guess those are supposed to be the mountains or the peaks in the back. We've moved on from early, now we are in the late rock garden. So this is the late rock garden, or a karesansui, which means dry landscape. And it's a gardening style where they use rocks instead of plants, and then they perfectly rake it. And I know they always do these for like Buddhist temples where they do the perfect raking. And I've always been so satisfied for it, and I've always wondered like how they get it so perfect. And I used to think that maybe they would stand on those rocks, but like, what happens if they get stranded? They gotta get off. Regardless, it's very peaceful, and I'll let you enjoy it for a moment. so impressive because you never see plants like this anywhere else. The Hiraniwa Flat Garden, evolving out of late rock gardens. So we went early, we went late, now we're doing flat. So here's the flat garden, and it uses borrowed scenery. And there's some more of those like statues or structures that I can't remember the name of. That's just another one of those peaceful rake gardens. Over here past that flat garden, there's a like fork in the road. You can take the path upstairs or you can take the wheelchair accessible one this way. They both lead to the same spot. But right here is like incredibly tranquil. What I love about this place is they use a lot of techniques. Like, this isn't a natural recurring river. It's an artificial man-made river, and they recirculate the water by catching it in the drain here, and they cover it with foliage, and then they recirculate it to the top, and it comes down. It's basically like a giant version of one of those things that you have at like your garden outside. Now we're gonna head up here. There's like a little overlook, relaxing area. And a statue here, a Buddhist statue. Here's the view of that same river from up top. Like I said, it gives you like a nice little overlook of the garden below that we were just at with all the flat, early, and late gardens. And there's Ashley sitting in the overlook. Oh, okay. Okie dokie. Like a nice little spot, especially on like a hot summer day. This is like the perfect spot. Crossing this tiny little bridge over here. And on one side is like another one of those cascading waterfalls with a little sanctuary spot in the middle. Almost like Pixie Hollow. And all this moss and algae bloom. And then over on this side feeds into this little pond. So this is the modern romantic garden, and it is kind of romantic. Now, if I didn't already marry Ashley, I probably would have proposed to her here, and instead I did it in New York. Funny story, she actually thought that I was going to propose to her here because I kept trying to bring her over here. So I guess maybe I should. I asked Ashley to marry me and she said no. So there you go, guys. All right, let's enjoy this beautiful waterfall. And now we're entering the Nelson Memorial Garden. Look at these swaying bamboo. They're like completely blown out and curved over. May peace reign in the world. Ain't that the truth? I know usually these rock formations are used for memorials. Another memorial here in the Nelson Memorial Garden. Melva Bayer Clayman. I am happy with today. Ooh, we're gonna be approaching one of my favorite places too, the bonsai garden. Not anytime soon though, but soon. So we just exited the ancient gardens over there, and now we're moving on into the more modern area. Here are some traditional gravestones. And there's a photo over there as well. And this is about as close as I can respectfully get to that photo. Okay, so it's like a lantern of serenity. So I'm assuming that might be something. All those other ones that we saw were basically lanterns. Now, all this open, empty area is what they usually use for their seasonal festivals, like that food one that I showed you earlier, but especially the Bon Festival. They'll have a bunch of tents set up here with taiko drums, different exhibits, food booths. It's crazy. Here is Hotai, and they have this place as soon as you exit, the indoor little museum and bonsai garden, which we'll get to in just a moment. And this bridge we're walking on is called the Dobai. It is packed with earth and bamboo. We're entering my favorite spot of the entire area, the bonsai and the indoor little dioramas they have, you'll see. Like I said, I've just always been fascinated with bonsais and like miniatures, like just to think that a tree like this is a tamarind tree. I had a tamarind tree in my elementary school and that thing was massive. So just seeing these trees that are supposed to be 20, 30, 40 feet tall, being this small, to me is just incredibly fascinating. Like, I've always pictured myself as like a little tiny character there. Like, there's literally no difference between me being a miniature standing there and me being a full-grown human standing under this tree. Green Island ficus, dwarf schefflera, willow leaf ficus. And just the art of bonsai with the cutting and the wiring, I've always been fascinated by, but I just don't think I would ever have the patience to do it. It seems like they have these like cables here that constantly feed water to the soil whenever it needs to be watered. I don't know why I couldn't even figure out the word. I kept wanting to say fed. Look at this. This looks like the tree of life from Animal Kingdom. That is massive. Now playing Zootopia Better Together. A sea grape. No, this one looks like the tree of life. Now I'm pretty sure they do have like live bonsai classes that you can take here, because there's a lot of spots available for like an instructor to kind of show you how to properly do it. Oh man, they used to have like poles here that you could take food out and feed the fish that were here in the pond. I feel like they removed a bunch of things during COVID because there aren't any more of like the water jugs that they used to carry throughout the gardens. Like there's a big old fish right there. I'm sure you can't see it. But yeah, they used to have little stands that you could get fish food and throw it to the fish over here. Damn, and I promised Ashley we could do it. Well, that's it for the bonsai garden. But now we're gonna be going into my favorite area, which is indoors. And you'll see why. And this is that house that we saw all the way from across the lake. And this is their bonsai area where they do all of the maintenance and gardening on them. There's like a huge little kind of garden path, and it looks like they have like a butterfly encampment there. And we're entering the Gregerson Galleries at the Yamato Kan. So tranquil. No way. No, this can't be happening. This used to be an area where they had a bunch of Japanese pop culture and figurines and soda pop and Pokemon and just different tchotchkes from Japanese pop culture. And they had a whole diorama that was basically a Japanese school. They had a bullet train. And now it's like this sterile, clean, ancient artifact exhibit, which is great and cool, don't get me wrong, but no. Maybe they have it later on, I'm hopeful. And it's started to rain. Well, we picked the perfect time to come in here. At least they have this that looks like a home. They used to also have like a bathroom that you can walk in and see what it was like. So here's a breakdown of everything is in this room behind us. Yeah, this was the bullet train room, and now they just have stuff with the history of Morikami. They have a little miniature gift shop. We're kind of spending time around here, waiting for the rain to go away. They got a bunch of cute stuff, like these little wooden sculptures that you put together of bonsais. They even have like your own bonsai kits that you can put together. Something that Ashley and I like to do is every time we go somewhere new, we'll grab a magnet so we can put it in our fridge. And here they have some more bonsai starters, like Yoshino cherry tree, Japanese maples. You can buy a bonsai handbook. Some different Japanese refreshments, like my favorite Pocari Sweat, which I did grab a bottle of. Okay, so Ashley's never had Pocari Sweat.
No, I have not. I've never even heard of this before.
So she's gonna try it. All right.
What flavor?
It's a bottle. The flavor is sweat. It's sweat flavored. It's bottled sweat for people. You like it?
That's kind of good.
It is really good.
It's like peach.
Yeah, it's like the version of like Pedialyte almost. It's a hydration electrolyte drink.
I'll enjoy this. You'll have to get your own now. So sorry. We are going to be rating drinks and food from here out of 5. We're going to do bonsai trees. So I'm going to give this some ASMR for you guys. I'm going to give this 4.5 out of 5 bonsai trees. The only thing that could make this better is if it had different flavors. Because I do love me a good... I like to call Gatorades and other beverages by their color names. So I like white Gatorade. So this is giving me a little bit of white Gatorade flavor.
Can we do 4 bonsai trees? Because I don't know how to cut it in half.
4 bonsai trees out of 5.
4 bonsai trees if I don't learn how to Photoshop it properly.
4 bonsai trees if Eric does not learn how to Photoshop something properly. He's going to try it now as well if I don't drink the whole thing.
Well, I've had it before. It gets 5 out of 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so unfortunately, my favorite exhibit here is no longer a thing. So I'm sorry that I hyped it up so much. I didn't know they got rid of it. But I'm gonna see if I can find some photos or some kind of video or something of what it used to look like, and I'll put them in here, leaving space for photo, and here, leaving more space for photo, so you guys can see what it looks like. Ashley has taken my Pocari Sweat, so we're gonna make our way out of this little peninsula and start making our way over to the entrance area so we can get some lunch. This is an untitled dango or dumpling, glazed ceramic. It looks more like a BB pod or a form of medicine that I don't want to mention. It also kind of looks like the monolith from 2001. As we're nearing the exit of the whole garden path, here's the opposite sweeping view from the bridge that we first crossed over there. Our last little off the beaten path area before we head to lunch. It's back on Tom Sawyer Island. We gotta cross this rock bridge. Let's cross. This waterfall is the last thing you see before you leave for the rest of the day or into the museum area. Look at this guy. What up, dude? How you doing? I wonder how old he is. We are now in the Cornell Cafe, which is the cafeteria that's located on property. And it's kind of it's quick service or full, I mean, you ask for what you want at the front, you order, and then you can go sit and they'll bring the food over to your table. But to start, we did get some taro boba, which is my favorite type of boba. That taro milk tea always hits. I love it. Oh, no water.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, 5 gifts out of 5. Ooh.
No, bonsai trees.
5 bonsai trees. So everything that we ordered, we got taro. We got an order of gyoza, which any Asian place we go to actually has to get gyoza. That's a non-negotiable. We got a purple sweet potato croqueta, and I got the crispy chicken bowl, and she got the yaki noodles. I'm hungry. Let's see how everything comes out. I'm really interested in seeing what those purple sweet potato croquetas taste like. So we got our food here, and like I said earlier, I got the crispy chicken bowl. Ashley got the yaki noodles, chicken gyoza, and purple sweet potato croquetas. First, I want to try this purple sweet potato croquettes. That's what I'm most interested in. Look at this. So look at this. It almost looks like a piece of like raw beef. It's so weird. I'm gonna try it with the sauce and without, or first without. Ooh, I like that a lot. It has the consistency of a papa rellena, which is basically a deep fried ball filled with mashed potatoes and meat. That's what it feels like. That is really good. Let me try it with the sauce now. Better without the sauce. You like it?
I was good.
Yeah, I'm gonna give those sweet potatoes like 4 bonsais. That's really good. Let's try this crispy chicken. It's a little salty, but it's dark meat. It's chicken thighs, which are my favorite part of the chicken. So I'm about it. I'll give this one like, what did I give the sweet potato? 4 bonsais? If I didn't, I give it 4 bonsais. This chicken, I'm gonna give like 3. Like right down middle of the road. If I can figure out the Photoshop, I'm gonna give it 2.5. I am absolutely stuffed. We both are. And we had enough to take home later too. So it's gonna be a nice little snack later. In hindsight, probably should have eaten first and then walked around the garden, but there's still some indoor exhibits that we're gonna check out before we make our way out of here. All in all, for a museum cafe, it's definitely up there with what I've had. I really, really enjoyed the food here. It was filling. A little salty, but I thought it was really good. So if you are here in Morikami and the line isn't too long, definitely stop at Cornell Cafe. All right, now that we're done with lunch, time to head back inside. All right, we are now in the galleries and the tea house. So something that's really nice about this area is they have tea ceremonies that you can observe. They put up a schedule of when the tea ceremonies are happening, and you can watch them do the entire thing. And that's where you can sit up there in the stands. But usually I know for sure they have it going on during the Bond Festival. Light as air. Beyblade, let it rip. So it looks like an anemone. This also looks like an anemone, but it also looks like it's bamboo. These are all really nice. It's like we're in an aquarium. It's like a wreath with different little things inside, like an airplane, a taxi cab. This looks like the same kind of art that they use for the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club album cover. What one word best describes your reaction to light as air? Join at menti.com, use code 58075549. Let's try it. Okay, so I have it here. Put in the code for me, Ash. Join. Could not be found. Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. It seems like we might actually be maxed out. But let's see, what would we pick out of this? I'd pick peaceful. What about you?
I'm looking for my word.
You're looking for your word?
I say whimsical.
Whimsical.
Fairy-like would be the closest.
Alright, fairy-like.
Whimsical right here.
Oh,
Whoops,
there you
I'm
go.
not that
Whimsical.
original.
No, mine is like here, so neither am I. This next exhibit is called Bamboo Lights. Oh, this is so nice. And it's a lot darker in here than the camera shows. I tried to do low light, but it's only capturing as much as it can in low light. And if you're interested, I'll let you pause it here so you can read through this. Here's our last little exhibit before we head out. A lot of that Japanese blue and white ceramics with all the tapestry here in different textiles with this kimono as the centerpiece. All right, we're gonna make our way now into the gift shop. Ashley found here that they have different zodiac art prints. I think this year's the horse, isn't it?
Yes, it's the year of the horse.
So let's see what they have for horse. Oh, that's cool.
That looks like a
Oh, it's very like, oh, that is sheep.
Oh, they don't have any more
someone
horse.
bought it. These little cute boys. What is it like a planter?
Mm-hmm. It grows out of the head.
Aww. Say it with me, everybody. This kind of looks a little like Gizmo. There's our year of the horse. What is it?
This one looks a little like Gizmo.
I'm gonna use this Morikami desk mat for when I play Magic the Gathering. This is the type of treehouse you would see in the Miyazaki movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there is nothing I love more than weird Japanese snacks. Oh, we're gonna get something from here and review it in the car as our little outro. Now, we've had Hello Pandas. We've had green tea Kit Kats. However, does it look like pasta?
Autumn sweets.
Sweet. Oh yeah, autumn sweets. Is that just like ramen? Like just
straight like
the crunchy ramen
like
parts.
crackers, yeah.
So I looked it up. This is like chestnuts, which makes sense. I thought it was pasta. But I have something here. Looks like pirouettes. What's this? Like a taffy almost. Yeah, I went and racked my head trying to figure out what it was, and it literally says it here. It's chestnuts. All right, I'm gonna get one of these, and Ashley wants like some red bean paste, so we'll grab that too. Silicone non-slip jar openers. That is so smart. If there's anything Ashley loves, it's cat-themed ceramic dishes. Oh, Kokeshi dolls and Daruma. Now, if I remember correctly with these, you make a wish and you fill in one eye, and you don't fill the other one until it's come true.
I love red bean everything.
They have some Junji Ito magnets. I love me some Junji Ito. Ooh, I love me some gachapon. So they have origami gachapon. Well, that's going to do it from us here today at Morikami Japanese Museum and Gardens in Delray Beach, Florida. Thank you guys so much for coming along with us. I have not been here, we did the math, in 7 years. Not a lot has changed. Unfortunately, my favorite exhibit is gone. However, that shouldn't stop you from coming here. It is a very peaceful and fun way to spend a really good weekend afternoon. I think we got here at 10:30. It's now 1:50. Not bad, $18 for admission. If you remember, it is free. If you're a senior or a kid or a student, it is discounted. Food in there was pretty good. We got some snacks that we're gonna try now in the car. But thank you guys so much for coming along. I love you all very much. Stay tuned next week. We are gonna be at the Farts Festival of the Arts at Epcot. I love you all very much. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stick around for our little snack tasting right now. Wait, really quickly before I get to the snack tasting, something that I want you guys to know, get here early, get here at 10. You'll have the whole day ahead of you. It won't be too hot because we are on our way out and it is slammed. The cafe, the line is backed way up. There's a lot of people coming in now in the later afternoon. They are open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So get here early and enjoy it early so you can go home and enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, now I gotta get to the car. We're gonna have our snacks now. All right, we're gonna try the snacks now. I'm gonna try the chestnut pasta. It's like pasta. All right, chestnut Kit Kats. Here it is. Kick, you want to take one side and I take the other? All right, let's see.
That's good.
It's good.
I like it.
It almost has a little bit of a perfume taste to it, but I like it. It's got almost like an amaretto type taste to it.
Oh, yeah.
But it's probably this like spiral dough that we're trying. Because I've had roasted chestnuts before and they're not good.
So we chose the thing that you said, wait, I don't like roasted chestnuts, so I'm going to try a chestnut Kit Kat.
Yeah, because I always have green tea Kit Kats. So I want to try something different. What is this?
This is the red bean mochi.
Okay, and you said it was daifuku?
Yes, it's Daifuku Mochi Shiro.
Okay, she's trying it. She does love red bean paste. Kit Kat gets like 3 bonsais. This is good?
That's good. I like that.
See, I'm never really that big of a fan of mochi because of the chewy rice cake around it, but let's see.
I like it because it's not super sweet.
It feels like I'm eating black beans.
Well, it is a red bean.
I know. I feel like I'm eating black beans from home. It tastes fresh. I'm just not a fan of it. For me, that's like a 2.
I give it a 4.
A 4? All right.